Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a creature design, but it's going to be in the Draw With Me style, which I haven't done in a very long time. So we're going to get into that. So I will show you what I have rolled for our random creature. So this is what I got off of my little generator. So I have it rolled 2 prompts. So for that we got Frostbite and Lantern. I don't know if I'll use those. I might not, just depends on how I feel. The animals we got are the little dragonfish, the African civet, and the American wirehare, which is a cat, in case you didn't know. I didn't know. I also rolled 3 colors, which are Brink Pink, UA Red, and Light Fuchsia Pink, but I really want to use some paints that my husband got me for Christmas, so I think I'm going to not do the colors that I rolled, because the colors that he got me are blues and greens, and I really want to use those. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's look for some references. All right, so first is the little dragonfish. Spelled that wrong. Little dragonfish. Let's see what we get. It is super cute. I've actually never heard of this critter before, which is odd because I'm usually like pretty good about keeping up with what's out there, but I've never heard of a little dragonfish before. It's super cute. Kind of looks like a more fishy seahorse, I guess. All right, next is going to be the, what was it? The African civet, that's what it was. Yep, and I totally forgot to put my external mic on my camera, so sorry if this audio is trash. I will pop that in as soon as I get done looking for references here. And also apologies if I don't talk a whole lot. I'm not used to talking out loud. There's not very many. I thought that there would be more pictures of this dude. Oh, because it put African city instead of African civet. Bruh. These things are so funny looking. They're just like weasels with really long legs. They are super cute though. Oops, that's already saved. I'm already thinking that we're probably going to go with something kind of dragony. What was that last one called? It's like an American wirehare. American wirehare cat. But yeah, I want to do something like a sea dragon type of thing, because that would go well with the colors that I have in my palette. So this should be interesting. I totally thought that this was a dog breed when I first saw it, but it's not. It's a kitty, which will actually probably work better with the sea dragon theme if that's what we end up going with. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so I moved my references over to my computer so I can see them all nice and big and draw on my iPad. So when I'm starting creature designs, I like to just draw them in profile view first, just to get like the basic plan that I want. So I'm thinking that I might go with the like kind of long snout of the little dragonfish and the civet, and maybe add some more cat-like features to the face. So yeah, let's try that and see what we get. Definitely want to do more of a long body for this little dude. I don't think that this is going to be like a super like unique design, because I've pretty much like, I want to do something long and noodly and just kind of more dragon-like, and I know that's not like really original, but that's what I want to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. I might change this up, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it with, let me make it smaller. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it with the 4 legs. I'm kind of just playing around to see what we get here. I think the reason I wanted to do like a more dragon thing is because I've been watching Prehistoric Planet on Apple TV. So I've been consuming a lot of dinosaur content, and that is what I'm in the mood for, is large reptile things. So definitely want to do a long tail. I kind of want to incorporate more dragonfish maybe into the legs, or maybe add some kind of fin or something over here. Let's see. Definitely want to make the face not have a bunch of fur. And the civet kind of has like this very slight mohawk thing going on. So I might do something with that. I don't know if I want to make it a fin or fur. We'll see. Add a little bit of frizzy curly fur here. Kind of want this dude to be, I don't know how you say it, plantigrade? Is that the word? Plantigrade, so it can kind of move its arms better to swim, and kind of like, if I give it these fin things, then I want it to be able to like open its arms up and actually use them, you know, and not just paddle like a cat or a dog. So let's do a little leg edit here. I think the civet is not plantigrade if I'm looking at it correctly, but you know, the dragonfish doesn't even have legs, so we'll just do whatever we want with that. Who cares? I'm not sure how to incorporate well, I guess the lantern prompt would be really easy to incorporate. There we go. Like a little lantern fish. I don't know if I'll keep that, but it's there just to remind myself that that is a prompt. Let me make this smaller again. Maybe I should put that on the tail, as this creature gets progressively tinier on the screen, but it's just a thumbnail, so that's what we should expect from that. I kind of like that more. Kind of like where this is going now. Okay, not gonna make this big again. Well, slightly bigger at least. Yeah, but this is, I haven't done this in a while, because I think when I first started doing the Draw With Me type videos, it was back when I was still living in a really tiny house with my husband. So he was working night shift, and he still is, and I was up during the day trying to do this, and since our bedrooms are so close together, it was kind of like awkward trying to make these videos where I'm talking and also trying to be quiet, and didn't really work basically, so I just stopped doing them. But now that we are in a much bigger house and our rooms are really far away, it should be easier to do these again if this one actually works out. So I'm just gonna make them a bit longer, maybe drag this up a little and make him a little bit more dragony. My initial sketches are super messy, kind of hard to see what's going on here, but that's how I like to do things. I'm gonna work on the face a little, because I'm just not sure how I'm liking the face. I want this to be scaly, kind of like the civet ears more than the cat ears. Like have this transition better into the fin structure, because I don't think it would look good if it was like fur with just the fin poking out. So I was just gonna have it transition a little bit better. I always hate drawing feet. I feel like I want to rush, and there's just like too many little structures that I don't want to deal with. So I just scribble. Still not sure if I want to keep that fin on the top there. I'm kind of tempted just to give them like a curly mane. I think that might be cute. That is pretty cute, I have to admit. I don't know what the purpose would be. Maybe like a poodle for, I don't know, the water. What does poodle fur do? Is it like water repellent? I don't know. I don't really do much research on poodles. I don't think there's any way to fit the frostbite theme unless it's like a coloration kind of thing. Because I'm already planning on using blue, so that would work, but I don't know, we'll see. Still not sure about the face. I might make the face shorter, more cat-like. I'll play with that when I get done here with the tail. Alright, let's duplicate this, hide it, and then we will revisit the face. We still have that saved in case we like that better. But I just want to see what this would look like with a more cat-like face. I gotta admit, I do like that better. I think we might go with that. Maybe we'll make him like a tabby kind of pattern. Alright, I kind of like where this is going, so I'm going to crop this and save it, and then we'll get started on the actual sketch. Okay, so I'm back after getting some coffee, so let us get in to making the actual piece. So, pose. This is always the hardest part, is figuring out how to pose this thing after getting the sketch done, figuring out what I want. I looked at some poses of water monsters from Monster Hunter, so I think I'm going to go with something kind of like a pose that they have. I'm going to butcher this name, okay? Bear with me. Logiacrus. But yeah, base this off a pose that they have Logiacrus in one of the promo art for him, Monster Hunter. So yeah, because I can't really, because I'm trying to keep this in like a suitable size for Instagram, which is super limiting. If you know, you know. Like, everything has to be a freaking square, and it's a pain in the butt. Kind of limits on how you can post things. I feel like everything has to be kind of scrunched up, and you can't really do like standing poses for characters that are kind of long like this. So yeah, I gotta make do if I want to do well on the gram, which is increasingly harder to do for new people, as you probably know. I don't usually reference these scrunchy poses like this, but yeah, I just couldn't really figure out what to do for this guy. So I needed a little inspo, something that I haven't already done, because I've done lots of scrunchy poses for this exact reason. I might add another like smaller fin here, because there's like in the sketch there's like a little bare spot between his curly fur, so I just want to add something there. I want him to still have some long whiskers. Kind of hinted at that when I did the version with the long snoot, but I didn't keep it in the cat version. Realistically, you'd probably have them more back, so water doesn't get in them as easy, I guess. I know there's some species out there that have little ears that they can close. Maybe that's like a sea lion, I think. But his ears are really big, so I don't think he can do that. Alright, so I guess we will start actually tightening this up. I'm actually going to end up printing this and onto watercolor paper, because that's what I want to use to color it. So I'm not going to let me see. Alright, I'm having a situation here. I want to put this in a different color. I think I'm going to use something reddish, because I want it to have, I know that the ink is going to spread a little, so I want it to have more of a reddish undertone, like fleshy, and to kind of counteract the blue a little bit. So we're going to play with that. And once I print it out, I'm going to line it all over again, because I know this is going to run, so I want to use something waterproof just to make sure that I can actually see what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't go too hard on the line, since I'm probably just going to go over this a bunch and mess things up once I go over it with pencil. Alright, let's get into this curly fur, which I'm not sure how to do. But I haven't been drawing much this week. I kind of got burned out after doing so many challenge stuff and just general like stuff for YouTube and all that. So yeah, I went pretty hard on that this past couple weeks, and I just needed a break while I finished up my work week. So this is pretty much like the first effort piece that I've done in about a week, which is okay. I needed a break. Can't really tell if they're civet ears from this angle. That's alright though. I know they're civet ears, and y'all know they're civet ears from the beginning, so that's all that matters. Alright, so I'm trying to make this lumpy, not quite scaly like the sea dragon. I keep wanting to call it a seahorse because it looks like one. They have to be closely related, like there's no way that's not related to a seahorse. I think I will go with the webbed feet, just makes sense. It's turning out a bit different from my original thumbnail, but that's okay, that happens like all the time, so I'm not very worried about it. I'm trying not to get too lazy, but it's kind of hard when I know I'm just going to redo these lines in a little bit once I get this printed out. So tempting to just be lazy, but I need to have something good to work with, otherwise I'm going to hate it. Something about the face that's bothering me, but I can't tell what it is. Let's get a little bit of ghosting in here where you can see the other side of the body through the fin. Like I tend to sometimes pull in elements of animals that aren't included in the ones that I originally rolled. But whatever. I mean, it's just a prompt. I can do what I want. It's supposed to just be like a jumping off point to provide some inspiration and not like a, hardcore rules that I have to stick to. And hello again. I ended up doing the rest of the sketch off camera because it was taking me way too long, and while this video it should be a bit longer than usual, it would have taken like hours if I had filmed the whole thing. So I went ahead and finished that up. I did some editing on the face, and yeah, I have it printed out now on my watercolor paper. Came out a bit darker than I was expecting, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Like I said, it's probably going to bleed a little bit once I start putting water down because this printer ink is really cheap. So I'm just going to get to work kind of reinforcing some of the lines that I really don't want to move. I actually don't know if this pencil is waterproof or not. We're going to find out. Hopefully it is. But yeah, let's start doing that. I'm not going to do every line. Just the really important ones, so mostly the ones on the face. And I'm not gonna go too hard because I don't want the excuse me, I don't want the dark lines to be overpowering because I'm not really a fan of super dark lines in my own work. I like softer lines, really. Also, just a little tip, if your printer is suddenly not printing, you might need to update your graphics drivers, because that's what I just had to do. I was wondering why it wasn't working, and then I saw that there was a update available, which seems to happen like every freaking week or every few days. So annoying. So I like this a lot better now that I did a little bit of editing on the face. I wasn't sure what exactly my problem was, but I fixed it. I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. I like it a lot better now. I'm really looking forward to the watercolor bit. It's kind of reminding me of another piece I did a few years ago, I think in 2020. I don't know if I posted it here or not. It was like a big purple cat. It's on my Instagram. A big purple dragon cat. That's what this guy's reminding me of. So I hope you guys are just using this as background noise and not like actually watching everything I do, because honestly, it would probably be a bit boring. You do you, I guess. If you are drawing, definitely let me know what you're drawing. I'd love to know. It's been a while since I've done anything traditionally, especially since I've done watercolor. I think it's been like 3 months since I've done anything in watercolor, as far as I can remember. I think the last time I did watercolor was when my husband first got me the set that I'm about to use. And I did a little Totoro piece to practice with that. Just something simple. So I haven't done anything serious with it yet, so this should be interesting. Honestly, I'm not sure if I like this guy as much as the last creature I did, because that one was more unique, I guess. But I really just wanted to create this one to just be pretty and not necessarily cool or anything. The coloring part is what I'm most looking forward to, and you know, honestly, like drawing it to get to the coloring part was a little annoying, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to hurry up and get it over with so I can get to the fun part. My hand is kind of shaky today. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. It's because I did weightlifting today. That makes sense. I couldn't really decide if I wanted this guy to be just floating like in air or if I wanted him to actually be underwater. So I think that kind of shows in how I did the fur, because I couldn't really decide on that. So like in some bits it's like flowing like it's underwater, and some bits it's just, you know, whatever. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do. So let me prep this guy for some watercolor. Okay, so this is the watercolor set that my husband got me. It is the Prima marketing current set, and you can see that it is all banged up because my dog, for some reason, decided that he would like to chew on it while I was at work, so that happened. This is what the swatch looked like when I first got this thing. This is what I did. So you can see they've been a few months and they're still pretty bright. Very pretty colors. And when my dog chewed on my palette, he did mess up the little well thingies, whatever they're called. So they might be out of order. I tried to put them back as best I could, but I don't know. We are about to find out. So I didn't do like a color test or anything for this, so I will be just as surprised as y'all are to find out where this goes. And as you can see, the ink is bleeding more than I thought it would. So this is gonna muddy this up. That's wonderful. Oh well, we're gonna work with it. Maybe I should have gone with blue, but the pinkish undertone might be nice. This guy's probably gonna come out a little bit purple because of this ink. If I have to reprint it in blue, if it ends up looking terrible, then I will. But hopefully that won't be the case. Alright. Let's see what we can get. So I'm gonna grab Seaside and just see what happens. Just do a quick wash. Yeah, me and my husband took a long, like 2-week vacation toward the end of the year last year, and my dog, I guess he got used to us being home. And when we went back to work, he started getting into all kinds of mischief. So I set up a security camera because I wasn't sure if it was him that was doing it, getting into my paint supplies, or if it was my other dog. And it turned out to be him. I caught him while I was at work, going in my my little desk area. So what I did is that I went to Target and I bought some bungee cords, and I put them all around the framing of my desk so that he could not step through there, because it's like a wire, not wire, like it's like metal poles. That's what my desk is made of. So yeah, he was I had been blocking off the entrance to my desk area with my computer chair, so he was just like climbing in between the poles of the desk. So I have blocked him from getting in there too with the bungee cords. And so far so good. He has not messed with my art supplies since then. He also tore up a brand new sketchbook that I had. along with chewing up my some of my acrylic paints. You know, the cheap ones that you get from Walmart that are like in the little squeeze container. Yeah, he chewed those up. Luckily, he didn't chew them enough to where they dried out though, which is amazing. He's getting super old. He just turned 13, so him being a little weird is to be expected. He's always been a jerk to some degree just because that's just how he is. But he's been an extra weirdo recently. He's been kind of a menace his whole life, but he's a really good boy. Okay, I think that is our first wash here. I'm just gonna go ahead and make the body a little bit darker. I'm probably using too much water. It's been a while, so I forgot everything that I learned when I was doing this regularly. I think once I get the body a little darker, I'm going to let this dry. But let me lift some of this water up because that is too much water. Just want to make sure I make the body dark enough that it kind of contrasts with the fins, so it's easier to tell this apart. Alright, so I ended up getting impatient and blow drying it, and also kind of changed this lighting setup a little because it's too shadowy over there, so hopefully it's better now. So let's see what we can do here, because I'm still not sure how to color this guy. I'm really tempted to go dark with the fur. Let's do it. Maybe I'll do like the spines of the fins in green. I think one of the other reasons I stopped doing Draw With Me so much is just because I'm not the best at talking continuously or like at all. Like I hardly ever talk in real life. I think the person that I talk the most to is my husband. And even then he usually carries the conversations. I'm not gonna lie. Because I just don't like to talk. Never really been much of a talker. I think I don't feel like I have much to say that's interesting. But I don't know, maybe being more low energy and low key is some people's jam. Like maybe you prefer that instead of someone who's more energetic. I try to bring more of a chill vibe to everything I do, because that's just how I am, and it's what I prefer personally, is being more relaxed. Like being super high energy stresses me out. I think there was a time when I first started YouTube where I tried to be more high energy, and it was just exhausting. Like I can't keep that up. It's just it's too much work for me. I just like being chill and calm, and yeah, I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. I think I've kind of internalized, people getting on me for not being really talkative. So I'm trying to still work through the fact that it's not a bad thing. It's just society doing what it does. Telling you that you're not good enough if you don't do what everybody else does. And it's just too exhausting. I'm just a quiet, low-key girl. I think I'm gonna leave the bottom of the main lighter, just for a little bit of contrast. I think if it hadn't been for these new watercolors I have, I probably would have done this digitally. I've been working in digital so much lately that it's just getting more enjoyable for me. I used to not like it as much because I didn't really know how to do it. I was more of a traditional artist. But now that I've been doing digital so much more, I kind of like it more because I can fix my mistakes much easier. But I really like the I guess the like texture feedback of doing things traditionally. Like it just feels, I don't know, it feels more satisfying to work traditionally. I don't think I've even used this brush yet. It's like brand new. I think I got that from Joann's. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with sea green. Let's see if the dog didn't mess it up and I'm grabbing the right one. That's really bright. Alright, I'm gonna go with seagrass next. I think these are all in order. Maybe that's this guy's deal, is that he has his like spines and tail look more like a seaweed or seagrass or something to camouflage it and attract little fishies. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint the rest of the spines that green color because I do like that a lot. I'm not sure if it's the paper or just that the paint is so pigmented, but I'm not having a very good time like lifting the color, like this spot here and this here. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. I'll have to do more experimenting and see if it's the paper or the paint. This is very pigmented, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's a little more permanent than other not so pigmented watercolor. I need to go like super light on these ones that are just ghosting through. Let me see how I can do that. Alright, what's next? Maybe we can do like a very light wash of green on the fins, just to get kind of a gradient in there too. Might be nice. I like how I was being so careful to not go too dark on the little see-through bits, and now I'm obliterating it with more green. I'm trying to keep this bit lighter because it's more in the background, so I want it to look like it's pushed back more, farther away in space. Kind of running out of things to say. I need to get better at this if I want to do more Draw With Me. That's kind of why I started doing YouTube in the first place, was just to get better at talking, because I'm not very good at it. I don't particularly like it, but it is a skill that one needs in order to live life. I think I have gotten a little bit better at it. Sometimes it feels like doing a college essay where you're just trying to say like random stuff just to fill word space. Just thinking of random things to say. But I've been journaling a lot lately, the past few months. I have to do like 3 pages a day, and I've kind of gotten better at filling space with just rambling nonsense, and I feel like it's the same with this sometimes. I just gotta fill the space with random stuff. Mainly one of the things I'm concerned about is just making sure I have enough color separating all of the different bits so that nothing looks like it's blending too much into the other things, if that makes sense. I think that's one of the things that's really like important when you're rendering, is just to make sure that all of the things are visibly separate and doesn't look like everything's blending together too much, because that's more of a quality of something that's more sketchy and unfinished, which is, I kind of like that look, to be honest, but I want this piece to be more finished, you know? That is super pretty. Very pigmented. So I was gonna work on the face, and then I worked on the leg. My bad. I guess I'm just so used to paints that aren't that pigmented. I do have my Shinhan watercolors that are more pigmented, but I have not been using them as much as I should have, because I've been so like obsessed with digital lately. I think it's dry enough that I can go ahead and paint the eyes in very carefully. Maybe I'll just keep the stripes minimal and not try to go all over the body like I was initially planning. Marble tabbies have a bit thicker stripes on their legs than regular tabbies. You know, tabbies usually have like this M shape on the face. Probably should have done that in colored pencil, but I did it. Did it in watercolor, it turned out fine. Really not used to being able to get like actual fur chunks with watercolor because it's usually so light and not pigmented. But this stuff is nice. Well, at least that reddish color, it disappeared a good bit. It's turning out like way less purple than I thought it would when we first started this. I think this might be the last bit that I do in watercolor. I'm gonna let it dry and go in colored pencil. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll be back to do colored pencil. Alright, I am back. I had to go walk the dogs, but we're back now. Lighting's changed a little bit because it's later in the day, but let's finish this guy up. Let's start with the eyes, because I like doing eyes a lot. I like doing all the shading and stuff on the eyes. Get a darker color in here. That was way too light. I don't know if this is true or not, but a long time ago I heard that underwater, when something's underwater, the eyes don't have like that white dot of shine. Don't know if that's true, but it's been ringing in my head ever since. So I don't usually put a shine dot when I want a character to be underwater. So if you know if that's true or not, hit me up. Until then, I'll just keep not adding a shine. I actually really like how the like pinkish lines look on this now. I was really worried about it when I first started putting the watercolor down, but it looks quite nice. I hope you don't think I'm being a little negative about this piece. I know I've talked a little bit of crap, just a little bit here and there, but honestly, that's usually how it usually goes for me. Like, you know, they're not used to hearing me talk through my process. But yeah, usually there's like quite a bit where I don't really like what I'm doing. And then at the end, I usually, you know, decide whether I like it or not. But y'all don't get to hear all that. You just hear me saying at the end, oh yeah, I really like how this turned out. But a lot of the times when I'm actually doing it, I don't like it. I think that's pretty normal. We are all our own worst critic, as they say. I'm trying to resist going like too detailed, otherwise I'm going to be here forever. But I totally could. I totally want to. I just don't want this video to be forever long. I like watching longer videos, but I don't like editing them. I'm trying to make it more obvious that these little thingies on the face are supposed to be more, what was that thing called? I already forgot. It's been too long. It's been like 2 hours. Sea dragon? It's supposed to be like sea dragon skin. It doesn't really, it looks more like fur right now, but oh well. I tried. I do think this is coming out really pretty though, mostly because of the colors. I'm such a sucker for blue and green. I also need to try and finish this soon because I'm getting quite hungry. It is time for dinner. I'm gonna make some chicken on our grill today because it's nice and warm out, with some Brussels sprouts and broccoli and rice, maybe a salad. I can't wait, it's gonna be so good. I've been thinking about it all day. Don't like the blue against this fin. I think the more colored pencil I add, the more I like it. Let's get some more detail, some more shading going on in here. I think once this tail is done, we'll be over the hump as far as get the colored pencil part. Whew, just turned spring and I'm already ready for fall and winter again. I really do not like spring and summer at all. Most people get seasonal depression in winter, but for me, it's fall. I mean, not fall, it's spring and summer, because it's just really too hot to do anything. My dogs hate it. It's almost impossible to sleep because I sleep hot. So I gotta run my ceiling fan and a floor fan, and it sucks. It's so loud. Didn't I just say I didn't like the blue on the lines, and now I'm doing them over? We're almost there, guys. Almost there. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would, but it's okay. I'm still having fun. Where did this big old blotch come from? Everything's really starting to pop now. I'm quite pleased. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to the ends of the spines. Yeah, I like that. I guess we'll just call this more of a glam creature design than a more sensible one. Is it functional? Probably not. Do I like it? Yes. Definitely more rule of cool than the last creature I did. That's okay, gotta have some variety. I feel like it came out mostly cat overall. Maybe I'll do the prompt again sometime. Maybe revisit it in like a year or so. It might be fun. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. We're almost to the finish line, and I'm trying to reach it. Doing my best. I'm hungry. Probably should sharpen my pencil, but I think the chunky loose look looks better for stuff that's so far away. The farther away it is, the less detail it has. And a little bit of shading here and there. And then I'm gonna add some whiskers and then call it done. Maybe, oops, make this part a little bit darker since the body would be showing through there. I'm gonna go ahead and add whiskers. Add some short ones here. Try and connect some of these stripes to make it a little more marbly. The marble tabbies are my favorite tabby. And you know, I did intend for this thing to be underwater, but I'm gonna add a little bit of light in the eyes just because I like how it looks. Like how I got to the finish line and then decided on more stuff to do. I just want it to look nice. We are almost done though, I promise. Okay, I'm gonna call that finished, at least for now, because I'm hungry. Well, hold on. I can't stop. Not yet. Just a little bit more. You know what? There's something else I want to add too. Help. Just want to add a little bit of skin tone on the ends of the fins, just to make them look more alive. If I take any longer, my stomach's gonna start rumbling. Okay. One more thing. Let's see how this looks. This is a big honkin' Crayola. I don't know what this is. I guess it's a crayon, but it doesn't feel like one. It's a gel crayon. There we go. But the texture, when you're using this thing, it's so nice. It's so smooth. All right, I'm done now. Wait. Okay. Before I ruin it anymore, I am done. This is it. Well, this was fun, but I'm done now. I want to go eat. I think I really like how it came out. I'm probably going to look at it again tomorrow and see if there's anything else I want to add, but yeah, this is the piece. This is our critter. So I hope you guys drew something too, and let me know if you did. I would like to see. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. I just wanted to pop in here real quick and thank you all for watching. Like I said, I'd love to know what y'all drew if you did draw along, so leave a comment and let me know. If you like videos of weird creature art, feel free to subscribe for future videos, and I hope to be back very soon with more content. Bye!